Hi, hey guys, welcome to TableTalk. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Elliot Morgan.
My name is Malte Hagemeister.
Okay, if you do not know this super talented man, if you go to one of our videos here, there's a source of video, you go to the description, you go down to the bottom, and you go where it says music at Hagemeister.
Hagemeister.
That's him. He created our SourceFed theme music.
So you don't know him, but you do. Get it? Because it's music. So, what we're gonna do, just to prove it to you, to prove that he is who we say he is, because we know you guys are a skeptical audience, we're gonna go ahead and play a version of our intro using various animal noises on, what is this, a Casio?
Well, it's the Super Concert keyboard. It's
Super
one
Concert.
of the most advanced keyboards nowadays.
John Lennon
is
I
a
believe.
paw print.
John Lennon played it on many Beatles records.
Yeah.
This is actually the one that John Lennon played.
This is the one that John Lennon.
Wow, this is John
found
Lennon's super concert?
It is.
You know, it's I love
You recognize some of the sounds. Not that one.
that was
choose
Sergeant
an
Pepper's
animal.
Lonely Hearts. I would like to choose, because I feel that they are cuddly and friendly, the elephant. Can I press?
Elephant. Yeah, please press it.
Elephants are not cuddly.
That is how an elephant
Oh, yeah.
That's the elephant
sounds.
sound?
Yeah.
Now, let's choose a different. That one's terrible. Let's choose a dog.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah!
That was our... That's the sound of my dog's dreams. When he sleeps,
Yeah,
he
go with
dreams
duck.
of
You
I
gotta
really
do
like
duck.
Duck.
Yeah.
Duck is probably the best one.
We're not gonna go through any of your topics, guys. We're
No,
going
we're just gonna
through
play with this
every
the whole time.
animal.
What was the inspiration behind the SourceFed theme?
Oh yeah, I analyzed all your. No, actually, it's my old band, Urban Delights.
Oh really?
Me and my buddy from England, and this was a song that we just had written. It's called Best Time, and I just
Really?
gave you guys a lot of different music, and there was one of them, and it was like, oh, that melody actually works really well, that intro bit, and so we modified it a little bit and came up with different versions. But this is actually
Was it-
Urban Delights, my old band. Yeah.
Was it originally in duck or was it?
It originally was in Rabbit.
It's originally in Rabbit.
What does rabbit
Translated
sound?
to Rabbit.
Oh, it's a...
It totally makes sense.
It's just a spring sound.
I think that's my new favorite.
I think...
Right?
My mind is blown that we just learned that the intro is a song.
Yeah.
Are there lyrics to it?
There's lyrics to it.
There's lyrics to the SourceFed song!
Maybe we should post it.
Yeah,
Actually,
definitely.
it's a song.
Post it.
It was never officially released for some funny reason, so maybe I should work on
Well,
that.
before we dive, and by the way, guys, this is a show where we go through your topics using hashtag TableTalk on Twitter and on subreddit, reddit.com/SourceFed. Now, before we get into all that, what else do you do? Because you have, it sounds to me like a very cool life, and you do a cool thing. And I was listening to some of the music from your band, which is incredible. Why don't we talk about them for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I create a lot of music for different purposes. I have bands like the band you just mentioned. Echo Man is a new band. Zero Gravity is a song that sort of takes off in Europe right now.
Awesome song. Go listen to
Thank
it, guys.
you. And
Wait. Can we play that song on this show right now?
I think so.
Zero Gravity.
Zero Gravity.
Wait, can we say we brought a clip? That's always fun.
But we don't have a clip, we just listen?
Guys, we brought a clip. Watch. And then you mentioned that you're also a music producer.
I am, yeah. So I produce a lot of music for commercials, TV commercials, and for some film stuff. And then I have my own band projects. You know? So it's like a mixture. I work with artists. I write pop songs and whatnot.
I've heard that when it comes to music, commercial jingles is where it's at money-wise.
Yeah.
So is that kind of how it is for you? Like you get your jobs through that, and you're like able to do your passion projects, like your bands and stuff.
Yeah,
the other way.
it's balance it
Like
out. Exactly, yeah.
Charlie Sheen and
And you
Two
can
a
actually,
Half
it's Nordmeister. That's my new American production company with a buddy of mine. And
Nordmeister?
Nordmeister.
Nordmeister.
It's Hagemeister, and his name is Nord. So
there we go.
Nice.
Put
Alright.
it together.
I get it.
Nordmeister.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can, you see the band on there. We have a YouTube channel
So,
with some stuff.
Do you feel like you're doing what you wanted to do? Like, do you feel like you wake up every morning and you're like, I got a pretty cool thing that I'm doing for this life?
Just the other day, I figured I stopped working a long time ago and began to play. And sometimes people give me money for it.
It's John Lennon's ghost!
I didn't do anything. That was good.
You got ripped off on this John Lennon keyboard, man. It's faulty as crap.
That's really cool. So you're living the dream. You're making music
Yeah.
across all mediums. It sounds like movies and television. And,
Yeah.
And now you have reached the pinnacle, which is this table.
Yeah.
I made it. I can retire tomorrow. I'm
lot
gonna,
of
you know.
yeah, a lot of
Hello, Mom.
musicians-
I finally made it. Look at this.
How did you know your
"You
mom
got a
watched our
Grammy?"
show?
No.
My mom watches all your shows.
She's a big fan.
She's a big
We know.
She
All right.
Let's jump in and talk about a topic. Go ahead and grab one.
Hang on.
Wait, after the trumpet.
Here it goes. Guys, let's talk about some topics. Oh, that's just the
It's
trumpet.
just the trumpet.
Thought it was going to be more climactic than that. All right. So from Reddit, Alfonso Quaroff says, you have the opportunity to create an amusement park. An amusement park about a specific web page. Which one would you choose, and what would you have in it? Example: MySpace theme park.
MySpace, the theme park, would be just a bunch of photo booths, and I hate that.
It'd just be Tom.
Yeah, just Tom hanging out
Tom going,
everywhere.
but always over the shoulder, like, "Hey, welcome to the theme park."
There's a roller coaster that is just in that shape, so it's just up and then down his back. Immediately, what comes to my mind is HomestarRunner.com. It's a creative world, amazing characters, easily fits into the theme park world. Easily.
I would say, you know what? There's this, going back to the music theme. My favorite band is.
Park. No, wait a second.
Did he just talk back to you?
Theme. Park.
I feel in park. I feel in park. I feel in park.
Just.
I love it.
That's pretty cool. Can we replace all of our intro music just with that?
Theme park, theme park.
But I like the band Weezer, and they have a song called Sweater Undone, whatever, the Sweater song. And there's a part where it says lying on the floor, and there's this webpage that you go to from like 2001, and all it is like this picture of a lion that they like cut out and put on the floor. And so it's just the loop going, lying on the floor, lying on over and over, and it never ends.
That's your theme park?
I would want. It's basically a zoo, but you combine it with all of the modern conveniences of a living room. I think it's a pretty good idea, personally.
And Weezer music is
just
constantly
Weezer,
playing.
but only that one line.
Just lying on the floor.
Yeah.
It's like Hell's version of It's a Small World, which is already
Yeah.
a Hell's version
Yeah.
of the theme park, right?
Torture.
Anyways, yeah. Do you have any websites that you would turn into amusement parks?
That's a difficult one. I have no idea. Actually, Facebook would be a fun website.
Facebook would be good.
You know, it would be a giant kitchen where everybody hangs out and shows new pictures and
Yeah.
like, hey, I brought this instrument and
People
you know,
from
like,
high school that you
I'm
don't really want to
hungry.
talk
Yeah, exactly. They all hang out in the same room.
Yeah.
Like 2,000 of them.
I think you just literally described hell. That,
Every once in a while,
that's
your
way
parents
worse.
pop in to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And they're commenting everything you're doing. Hey, I really like what you're cooking right now. You know, like, that'd be my theme park.
Bunch of people telling people, oh, a YouTube theme park would be a lot of fun.
Mr. Zuckerberg, we should talk.
Yeah. PewDiePie would own the YouTube theme park, I think.
Just own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
Maybe
the-
just
the main guy.
chaos. Okay, next one.
Next one.
An
This one that
eBay
popped
theme
out.
park.
This one really wanted to be read. Here it is. Honeybee from the Twitters at OnTricks1 says, if you could bring back one weapon back to warfare, what would it be and why?
Cannons. How is that even up for debate? It's got to be cannons. Pirates? Holy crap. They would shoot giant steel balls at people. That's awesome.
It's frightening. Like when you actually talk about. Oh no! I always throw it at the camera. When people actually talk about and show realistic moments of of cannonballs and what are the ones in the old guns? Jesus. Drew, help me.
I know the German
Musket
word.
balls. Good lord. Oh, but
didn't
they
have
would
that in
just
here.
tear people apart. They would just go through crowds of people and rip off limbs. And if you got hit with a musket ball, it would just fester and you die horribly and slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just, the thing. The answer to the question is none. You wouldn't bring back anything because as soon as you bring back an old weapon, all the new weapons are going to kill you.
Well, yeah, but like cannons though a little bit. Like, I was watching Captain Phillips and I was like, this wouldn't be a problem if Phillips had,
If they had cannons,
a cannon,
they
one
had
cannon
water,
on that
They
ship.
had water cannons,
Yeah.
and they malfunctioned.
I don't know. I like a lot of I like swords. You kidding? How is this even up for debate?
They haven't really gone away though.
That's
They're
true.
still sort of there. In
But,
every
like, I wanna-
movie, you
Yeah.
got some swords. I actually have one. Like we used to have that one in my parents' house for some weird reason. Very pacifist upbringing, but we had this stick
But
and
just
a
in case.
chain and this ball with like
Like a
sticks,
mace?
Like what is it called?
It's not a
don't know.
mace. I called
It's
it a
like-
mace in
Oh,
another video.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
It's
morning
an
star.
iron. Is it?
Is it a morning star?
Or a
And-
flail.
A flail.
For
There we
some
go.
reason, we had it on the wall. I don't even
You
know
just
why.
had one.
But
Well, I like that.
like
It's a
to
good
play with
message.
it, and I just always imagined like what would happen if you.
You hit somebody with
Yeah,
it?
I just thought about it as a kid. I'm like,
That's very,
whoa,
like,
that's
You're like, I'm kind
that's
of
sort
dark
of-
and messed up.
Yeah.
Maybe I,
I
should
might
get
have
into
some
music.
issues. I like the philosophical undertones of that though, like a very pacifist like household, but then like there's a limit, and that limit will end in death.
I mean, we have one, but we never use it.
Yeah.
No, we never use it. Really.
Yeah. I don't know. War was a lot.
Swords
I don't want to
and
say
cannons.
cooler, but to me, a lot more interesting back in the day when it was hand-to-hand combat.
Well, like you get like
Coming from somebody that's never had to deal with modern day warfare whatsoever and totally talking out of place and just know what I know based off of movies and things that are in my imagination.
Hold on, did you just was that table? You just described TableTalk.
Yeah,
That's the entire show.
talking
We're
about
not
things
qualified
that
to
we
talk
don't
about any
know
of this.
what we're talking about. Drew, what would you bring back?
I wouldn't.
Right?
They're gone for
That's
a
not the
reason.
question. You
Yeah.
have to do pick one. You had to pick one. You'd be swords, right?
Great axe. Big two-handed axe.
Oh, I like that.
I'll say like two
Viking
things.
style.
Yeah.
That's good.
Two things that I love when they're in movies, I'm always like, yeah, that's pretty cool, are crossbows. Like crossbows, but those never really went away, but for warfare purposes, crossbows and catapults. As a kid, I always thought catapults were
Ooh,
really
that is
cool.
actually the most badass.
Yeah, when they're, like they still, the only time those things come around now is during like Halloween pumpkin tossing TV specials,
Yeah.
which are very interesting, by the way. And coincidentally, also have cannons. So
Do and then drawbridges were sharp weapons. But if the question was, what old architectural feature would you like to become more prevalent?
I like
again?
Gothic flying buttresses.
All right, pick anyone you want. Now, hold on, let me mix
I'm
it up.
excited.
Let me mix
you
up.
can
this
only
random
have
mix.
one. We got other kids showing up later.
This one.
This is
So-
it.
Slurp It Up 2000. Why was your favorite teacher your favorite teacher? What type of learner are you? Oh my God. That's very academic.
Why was my favorite teacher my favorite teacher?
Ah.
You know why my favorite teacher was my favorite teacher? Because I was her favorite student. Anytime, and that's just my entire life. Anytime, if you like me, I pretty much like you. And if you don't like me, then I want to know why you don't like me.
Because you're a dick.
I mean, I know the answer, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I get it.
I
But-
think I can't go, like think of a specific teacher, but my favorite teachers were always the ones that brought it outside of the book. They didn't just sit there and,
Yeah.
and read out of the book or write
Teachers'
notes on the
teachers.
board. Yeah, it was all hands-on stuff. Instead of learning about equations in science and stuff, we burned stuff. Instead of reading about f-stops and whatnot in broadcasting, we actually took the camera, we went outside and we filmed close-ups of flowers and like actually utilized things in the field.
Were you ever the teacher's pet?
Yeah, probably.
What does that mean?
I liked school.
It means like you're. It means the teacher looks at you and goes, "You're my favorite, and you can do no wrong. And even if you
Right.
do anything wrong, I'm not going to punish you for it because you're my favorite."
Good.
Favoritism, basically.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of my favorite teacher. Actually, it's kind of hard to say, but I think it was my Latin teacher because we could talk her into not doing anything most of the time.
That's what I'm talking
It was
about.
awesome. So every time we would, start a conversation about some topic that might be interesting. So she started, and then at some point, we only have 20 minutes left. It's not really worth starting it right now. And she's like, well, you guys are actually right. Yeah, let's
She
just
let
talk
you
about-"
manipulate
And
her all the
we were-
time.
It was awesome. So, and I don't even know how I sneaked through it. I don't remember a word Latin really, except for the very first sentence. Marcus et Cornelia in hortum ambulant. That's all I remember.
Did you just curse us or something?
And-
What'd you just do?
Yeah, it says
We're gonna have bad luck for
later.
7 years.
You might have to beep that one.
Is that what they say?
Oh,
about,
really?
Like
Is it
Indiana
bad?
Jones?
We don't live it here.
No, actually not. But so I think that was always a lot of fun.
We
Very
had a
motivated.
Spanish teacher like that in 8th grade. I remember it was like 30 of us in the whole school. We were picked like you guys are the kids that we want to go learn Spanish earlier than high school. So we all got this special thing, this special class like 2 times a week to go do it. But the teacher was a very nice lady, but a pushover, and we would literally be like, teach instead of
Teach.
Spanish.
Was this an
We
after
could go
school special?
outside and have an extra recess, and she'd be like, I don't know, you guys. And we'd be like, you'd be cool. And she'd let us go have recess. It was so bad.
Hey, Hey, you be cool.
We didn't learn a lot of Spanish, just like you didn't learn a lot of Latin.
But what type of learner are you? There's a second question.
I think that the reason I was partial to those ones that got us out of, I'd rather do something than just read about it. I mean,
See, I'm actually the opposite. I can sit there
do
and read
the
it.
other thing.
And,
That's how I
love
got through.
I love manuals. That's how I learned windsurfing. Reading a book.
Really?
And then I'm like,
And you applied it?
Oh,
wow.
works.
That's
right. So
that's
I like
why.
that.
Yeah, I would agree with
I like
that 100%.
instructions.
See, I retain stuff when I do it, but I got through high school and college reading, memorizing it for
And then
a night,
And forgetting,
spelling it onto a test, but then I forgot about it.
I wish, there's two different philosophies. Like the one philosophy is like, I want to get out there, I want to learn, I want a teacher who like is going to seem like they care about the material. And then there's the other mentality, which is the one I was more partial to, which is like, how can I like make this kind of interesting for me and not do any work if possible? I had a teacher named I won't say her name, but she was an English teacher, and she was this very, I'll say, robust woman. She was like literally a large woman, and she was bad at English, and she'd correct grammar incorrectly. And then she would show, again, blatant favoritism, but she was so bad at being a teacher that I would kind of manipulate the system, and I would, for like one of my proudest moments, and I think I've talked about this before, one of my proudest moments was when I did a book report on the comparing and contrasting the Scarlet Letter with the first Harry Potter novel, and I didn't read either book. And I made like an oral presentation. Like, it's one thing to turn it in and be like, oh, I kind of got away with it, but I got in front of 30 kids and just went through, and I got a 100 on it, not a 98, a 100 people. And
This
then,
is what we learn in school,
Yeah.
right? How to manipulate people.
exactly. And I would come into class, and she loved Cheetos, and I would go, Mrs. Norton, I have this bag of Cheetos, and she goes, thank you, honey, thank you. And she would sit in class, and she'd eat the Cheetos while she was teaching the rest. And I would hide my face, and just die laughing.
You didn't say her
the
name,
entire
but everybody that knows her knows who you're talking about.
But she was there so long. I'm sorry. She was there so long. My brother got her and couldn't stand. My wife took her as well. Couldn't stand her because she was so bad. But I thought it was hilarious how bad she was at English. Because how can you? Oh man,
It's your job.
I want. Yeah,
It sounds like my English teacher.
My mom had
couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
He talked German to us.
My
Like,
mom-
all through the lessons, he talked German. He
Yeah,
never spoke English.
That's great. Yeah, my mom would have meetings with this teacher explaining grammar to this teacher for my brother. 5 years later, I'm in the class. I'm like, this is gold. I never want to leave this class. It was the highlight. She was my favorite teacher.
Last one. Here we go. What is something that you feel you are an expert on that you haven't taken any classes for? From Rhubarb Sharb. Mike
Hosting?
Tyson's Punch-Out on the NES. Get 2 beers in me and I run right through it. Bam. Beat it. I kill Mike Tyson. I kill him. I don't just knock him down. I kill him. Go. That was my fast answer.
good. It's way better than mine. You're a hosting. Which is ironic.
Hosting.
Yeah, I don't know. What did you take any music classes? Did you grow
Yeah,
up? That's a good-
guitar lessons.
Yeah?
For like
God.
10 years I had.
How young were you?
I started with 11.
That's when, yep, I gotta
And,
get my daughter
yeah.
into it. Piano and guitar.
Never learned to play these things, so
But
No,
you
this
figured
is
it
all-
out.
fake it until you make it, you know.
Can you real fast? Let's because we haven't done enough. Let's
Oh, let's show this.
bust this open. This is since you asked, whoever you are, what we learned without taking any classes.
Yeah.
Can you play like just something cool? I don't know.
Well, actually, what I need to show with this one, because this you can sample yourself, so it's super awesome. I would like to
Make a
try another thing. So it goes like, yeah,
Yeah.
and we could go. And
Yeah.
and then I would think we could do.
Oh my
I was thinking, how about? And then, I messed it up.
He's doing that with his fingers.
So that's my favorite ever keyboard. It's really hard to get. Try it on eBay.
God, I do
Casio
nothing. I offer-
SK60.
And you're plugging the
It
keyboard. I love that.
Just from the 1980s.
You're
90s actually, yeah.
you're doing that thing that people do sometimes where I feel like I have no discernible talent.
Oh yeah.
Like,
When you
my
realize that you
skill
are
set-
just a farce and you're a fake and
Yeah.
everything about you is wrong.
Like, that's so real what you just did.
Thank you.
That's a very real skill, and you just did it.
Thank you.
Can we end when we go to our SourceFed graphic at the end of this? Can we use that music? Cool.
God, that's so, like, and I know you're probably like, that's nothing because you live and you breathe it. And that's the other thing, too, about people who
Yeah.
get good at one thing.
I
you
think
get.
seriously, it's all about playing. Like as I said before, I think if you can turn your passion into a game, like nothing can stop you.
Turn your
Like,
passion into a
nothing,
game.
you know?
I love it. How about you pimp out everything that you do in places where people can find you? YouTube channels, websites, anywhere.
Nordmeister is a good thing to Google, and then also Echo Man, Zero Gravity. Check out that song that we mentioned before, and what else? Oh, iPunks. I'm a DJ too, so you can IPUNX. That's been a super fun thing to me for me like the last year. I DJed a lot at festivals and stuff. Lots of fun
really cool.
mashup stuff. So ipunks.com. There's another thing to check.
Check it all out. We'll throw it to the text up. We'll be in the description and all that. You guys, thanks for watching TableTalk. Thank you for joining us. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
having
making
me.
our music,
Thank you for having-
showing us how we are just wastes of human space, and you are amazing. I'm Joe Beretta.
Malte Morgan.
Would you like to play us out with something?
We just play the theme.
I could
again.
watch you do this no live for an hour.
Oh shoot, I messed up.
Yeah! Yeah!
I want you to go like full rock star, just like smack it on the ground.
Not the SK60! Not the SK60!